Let's read a book. Let's read a book. Today we're gonna read The Littlest Leaguer. Of all the players in the Little League, Harold was the littlest. "Maybe you ought to go home and come back next year," said Cheery the shortstop. "Maybe you ought to go home and not come back at all," said Big Leon, who played first base because he has such a long reach. This only made Harold try harder. He tried in the infield, but ground balls did not have to take much of a hoop to go over his head. He tried in the outfield, but the other outfielders had longer legs and could move under a fly ball faster. Harold tried to make up for all this as a hitter, but there seemed to be no bat light enough for him, and balls soon passed him before he could swim. "Please, don't feel badly, but I'm afraid there's only one place I can put you," said Mr. Lombardo, the coach. He put Harold on the bench. Harold sat there, game after game, wearing out the seat of his pants. Sometimes he took care of the team's bats. Sometimes he brought them cool drinks. "I am tired of being so little," thought Harold, and he stayed out in the rain when a game was stopped, hoping it would make him grow like the flowers. All it did was make him wet. "Maybe you ought to try eating green vegetables," said Cheery when the team went home. "Better still, try forgetting where we play," said Big Leon. That night, Mr. Lombardo came to Harold's house. He knew his littlest leaguer needed cheering up. "You are letting your side bother you. There have been many great baseball players who were not tall," said the coach, and Harold's father agreed with him. The two men talked about short players who were in the Baseball Hall of Fame, and Harold listened until he had to go to sleep. So Harold kept sitting on the bench game after game until it was the last game of the season. The winner of this game would be the Little League champions. The score was 0-0. Harold was surely catching line drives and making great plays at shortstop, but in the top of the third score was still 0-0. He watched Big Leon use his long reach to take throws from all over the infield and get runners out of first base, but in the top of the seventh, the score was still 0-0. "Oh, if I could only help them, really help them," thought Harold, and his team came in to take their final turn at bat in the last half of the ninth inning. "Move over," said Big Leon, shoving him off the bench. Harold sat on the ground knowing he didn't deserve to sit with the team. He just kept sitting there, thinking of all those short players in the Baseball Hall of Fame. Then, with two out, the next three batters got infield hits, and Harold's team had the bases loaded. "Whoa!" cried a voice. It was Big Leon, getting ready to bat. He had stepped in a hole and twisted his foot. "I can't walk on it, and can't even stand on it," said Big Leon as they helped him back to the bench. "Harold, it is up to you now. We need a hit to win. The bases are loaded, and all our pinch hitters are sick from too many cold drinks. Would you please go to bat for us?" asked Mr. Lombardo. Harold walked to the plate. He stood as tall as possible, hoping to scare the pitcher. But Knuckles Smith, the opposing pitcher, threw a fastball right across the plate. "Strike one!" shouted the umpire. Knuckles wound up and pitched again. This time he threw his curve. "Strike two!" shouted the umpire. On the bench, Harold's team groaned. Some of them got ready to leave. "It is all over," said Big Leon. Then Harold got an idea. He crunched at the plate as small as possible. He crunched it so slow and became so small that Knuckles could not find the strike zone. The next pitch came towards the plate, but it was too high. "Ball one!" shouted the umpire. The next pitch would decide everything. "Come on, Harold!" shouted Shirley on the bench. "Keep your eye on the ball!" shouted Big Leon. "Make it put him where you want it!" shouted the rest of the team, and Mr. Lombardo looked as he was praying. The ball floated towards the plate. It was Knuckles Smith's slow ball, his change of pace, which always fooled battles. Harold closed his eyes and swung with all his might, and pow! He connected. The ball was gone, over the fence for a home run. Harold ran around the bases, from first to second, from second to third. He crossed home plate, and his teammates picked him up and carried him over their shoulders. "Harold, you might be the littlest leaguer, but today you were the biggest leaguer of all of them," said Mr. Lombardo, and even Big Leon was cheering. Okay. Si te gustó este video, dale me gusta y no te olvides de suscribirte. También entra a www.clavacosta.com para adquirir práctica de este y de otros temas, productos exclusivos y tener la oportunidad de matricularte a mis clases de inglés.